Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Maryland Terrapins. We are here in season 3. Last year we went 4-8. Year 1 we went 5-7. We kind of suck. However, last year did not tell the full story. We had 4 games where we lost within the final minute to seconds of the game, if not overtime. So we are returning a good bit of the team as well. Billy Edwards Jr. is gone. We did not bring in any quarterbacks through the transfer portal. Believe me, I wanted to, but we are an absolute poverty franchise here in the Big Ten. So Bobby Moon is going to be getting the go here in year 2. Christian Martin has been overtaken by Cameron Edge, who will be the backup. Um, I think that's how I want it. At running back, we bring in a transfer. Actually, let me do this in view roster so I can yap a little bit more. So in the quarterback room, we return Bobby Moon, who is our starting QB. He has changed his number from number 10 to number 1. Star Dev, the 4-star freshman last year, started in 3 games for us, 685 passing yards, 8 touchdowns, 4 picks. He also ran it for 198 and 4 touchdowns on the ground. So 12 touchdowns in 3 starts is certainly solid. Cameron Edge he has been on this team since the beginning. He has never played a snap of football for us, but he is the backup. And then the third string is Christian Martin, who was our starter for a solid half of last season. He was not very good, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, 11 picks. He added 1 on the ground. And then we also bring in a freshman, Marco Jones, the youngster with impact development, a 4-star recruit out of Leicester, Alabama, who we got later in the cycle. He's going to come in and he is going to be a project, maybe a future starter, probably just a transfer portal candidate at the bottom of the team. Josiah McLaurin has developed so well. One player you don't see here is Connor Preston. He entered the transfer portal. So our superstar, that was going to be one of the most generational players in history, has hit the portal, and I don't even know where he went. I'm still trying to find him. He didn't commit after the portal happened, so that means he's either somewhere around here or he went to an FCS school. Anyways, we go and replace him with Darrell Robinson, who is very good. Robinson had over 1,000 total yards last season, with 6 total touchdowns. The year before that, he had 10 total touchdowns, ran for 933 on the ground with Connecticut. He's been very good these past 2 seasons. He is going to be our guy splitting the room with Josiah McLaurin, who last year was kind of our RB3, had 138 rushing yards, 17 rushing scores. But to think of how far this guy came, he was a 64 overall in season 1, and now he's so high up. Nolan Ray Nolan Ray is still here. Peyton Jones comes in from Duke. Jones, in his sophomore season last year, had 302 yards and 4 touchdowns. Wasn't very efficient on the ground, so he probably won't get a lot of time. Dawan Williams returns, and we also bring in a transfer, Ezekiel Naylor, who's going to be a little bit of a project. He will redshirt. Naylor had 8 carries for just 16 yards at UNLV last season. Wide receivers, we return a lot of guys. Tevin Fatinkoon redshirted last season. Mekhi White returns. He actually had a decent bit of production for us last year, 361 receiving yards and a score. He was a pleasant surprise as a redshirt freshman. It's going good. I just started. Sean Williams is a demon, 98 speed, 79 overall. He has not played with us just yet, but he's going to be great this year. Dom Calcaterra is normal dev. He was a bust, but he's up to a 79 overall as a redshirt freshman. He's going to be in the mix. Leon Houghton returns. I don't like his ceiling as much as some of these other guys. He, again, produced for us last year, 257 receiving yards with 3 receiving touchdowns. However, he's probably the least athletic of any receiver in the room, and his catching is bad too. So, Ryan Manning returns. He was a guy who was one of our better young freshman, redshirted in year one, didn't play last year, but he's been on special teams. Same thing with Braden Wislowski, redshirted in year one, was our kick return specialist last season, had over 500 kick return and punt return yards last year because he has 99 speed. And then the five-star Elijah Dawsey, not as good as I thought he'd be. He was a guy I was hoping to come in and be like wide receiver one early on, coming from Baltimore, Maryland. But he only has impact dev, and he's a 72 overall. So he's the worst receiver in our room. Preston Howard returns, as does Dylan Wade in our tight end room. We have three seniors there. DeAndre Duffus will start. Andre Royer will start. Brian Luter had an insane offseason. The former three-star goes up 11 overall and will get the go at center over Colin Lyons and Regan McCrane. Right guard Alio Ba returns. We bring in a freshman, Mac MacArthur, the gym four-star with star development. We also have a true freshman, the five-star Jim Gerald Roberson, who has elite development. He is going to be rotating in and out at right tackle with Tamaris Walker. Left end, Neo Avery returns. He had a great year last year. Ken Talley returns. Jordan Phillips is back, as is Gerald Ezekiel on the defense. We also bring in a freshman, Joel Cloud. The young three-star actually ends up being a diamond in the rough with star dev. Outside linebackers, Trey Reddick returns after a great year last year. Jamison Moffitt was a late get for us in the recruiting trail. He committed. He had no offers on early signing day, and then out of nowhere, we noticed him in Hawaii and gave him an offer. Rakeem, another four-star with normal development. That's 75 overall, but he's not going to get much better. He'll redshirt. We also bring in a transfer, Conrad Sylvan. Sylvan did not play last year. I'm trying to think if there were some of the other transfers we signed were. Colin Coates was a transfer. Normal dev at Charlotte last year, he had 5.5 sacks. He has 8 sacks in the past 2 seasons. Not bad at all. Right outside linebacker, J.D. Cleveland and Chris Robinson are going to split time. Cleveland really had a nice offseason, going up 7 overall. And then Robinson only goes up 1, the former 5-star. Not as good as we thought he would be, but he's still very good. Daniel Wingate is here. I believe he's a transfer. No, he's just a homegrown guy. Corners, we have Michael Norman, Lakai Rowland, Perry Fisher, Kevin Humes, Jonathan Akins, and then Braden Lee has not gone up at all since year one. We also have a freshman, Nathan Paul, with 97 speed. He will redshirt, and he only has normal dev, which is really sad to see. Brandon Jacob has a nice off season. Jamison Patton is a transfer. We bring him in from Iowa State, where he sat the past 2 seasons. He'll be a rotating in and out player for us. We also get a 5-star Leon Daly, who ends up with just normal development. So we signed a bunch of 5-stars, but none of them are that good. Johnny Pryor is our kicker, 3-star. Actually, I think we're going to have Bryce McPherson do both duties this season, and then Johnny Pryor will take over next season after a year of development. As for the rest of college football, we're going to go over the starting quarterback for every team, as well as some of the best players in the nation, as the routine is. If you've been on with the channel for a while, you will know that's how we go about things around here. Air Force is running it back with Quentin Hayes for another season. They do get Katin Hauser in the portal. Hauser was a backup last year for East Carolina. The year before that, he showed a lot of promise. Aaron Noland is going to get the start at Akron for the first time. Kevin Jennings returns here. uh, at Alabama. Matthew Wilson is the starter at App State. Rebuild Tennessee. I'll do it in the next game. They still have Nico in this game. Cole Tannenbaum gets the start, the senior for Arizona. Very interesting get here. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. It seemed as if Braden Dorman was the guy that was up next for Arizona, just waiting in the wing. But he's never played a snap of football before. It's been all Noah Fafita. The former one-star Cole Tannenbaum comes in and gets the start. What a story. Starting for a ranked team. Sam Levitt will get the go for Arizona State. He's been extremely disappointing these past 2 seasons. Yeah, very rough go of things for Levitt. 33 picks in just 2 years. A lot of mistakes. Malachi Singleton will get his first-year start. Jalen Rayner. Devin Dampier goes to Army, and I actually like this move quite a bit. Dampier is a scrambling QB, and last year he broke out at New Mexico, got them to a 9-5 season, decided to enter the portal, didn't get the kind of offers he wanted, so he becomes a military guy. Holden Gariner goes up big in the offseason. He was bad last year, but will likely take a big jump. Samanza returns. Max Kopp will be the starter at Baylor, who still sucks. Maddox Madsen returns. Jacoby Robinson's a first-year starter. Walker White is a first-year starter. He will get the go for Bowling Green after sitting last season. Trayson Bourget is going to start over Mike Hawkins Jr., the transfer at BYU. Fernando Mendoza returns in a surprisingly talented Cal team. Cal is ranked. Tyler Jefferson gets the go for Central Michigan. Max Brown will run it back. For Clemson, it's Christopher Vizina, Ethan Vasco, or the true freshman, Mike Kiernan. Don't count out Kiernan. This guy is insane. Elite development, 5-star freshman. But I think it's pretty obvious that Vizina is going to get the go. He's just got the best um, intangibles and abilities. Also, 8 touchdowns, no picks in a short amount of time 2 years ago. Ethan Vasco only has normal dev, and he started in 2024 with Coastal, who will be running it back with Tad Hudson. A Tennessee dynasty would be a very good idea. Maybe. Dominique Ponder returns for Deion Sanders. Braden Fowler-Nicolosi looking for a big year, as is Malik Murphy. Gio Lopez was not good last season. He stunk in his first year at ECU. He was amazing at South Alabama, then really bad last year at East Carolina. Went from 44 total touchdowns to just 23. So he is looking to fend off the quickly developing Raheem Jeter for the starting role. They also get Demon Williams Jr. So what a room for East Carolina. Gio Lopez, Raheem Jeter, and Demon Williams. Jeremiah Salem is returning for ECU. DJ Lagway gets the go once again for Florida. Lagway, of course, the former 5-star. Last season, he was very good. He's looking to be a top 10 pick. Brock Glenn returns. Jaden Mandel's going to get the go. Jaden Rashada returns. They also add A.J. Swan to this quarterback room at Georgia. Ashton Daniels, along with what kind of a quarterback room is this, by the way? Georgia State brings in 4 transfer quarterbacks. Ashton Daniels from Clemson. Daniels was a true senior last year, redshirted with the Tigers after what was a great breakout season in 2024 with Stanford. Reese Mooney is the backup. Is he a transfer as well? Yeah, he sure is. He started last year at UL Monroe. And then look who else is here. MJ Morris joins the room, as does Michael Merdinger and Zion Turner. You got a whole quarterback room of transfers. Zach Pyron's going to get the go as a senior for Georgia Tech. Zion Chris returns. Kirkland Michaud, the senior, is going to get it for Illinois. Underdog story here. He's never played a snap. Tyler Cherry returns. Zane Flores, the talented transfer, getting the go over James Rezar, who was terrible last year. Flores gets the start for Iowa. Rocco Becht returns for one more run at Iowa State. J.C. Evans at JMU, a team that got hit pretty hard by the portal this offseason. Champ Long, the former Maryland Terrapin, returns for a second year at Kansas. So we told Champ he didn't have a spot on our roster, told him to transfer, and he actually gets in an incredible situation. Gets to start at a Power 5 program, was not particularly good. 3,000 yards, 31 touchdowns is nice, but 17 interceptions. Avery Johnson is back with the reigning national champion Kansas State Wildcats. Cutter Boley has waited his turn, and he'll get the go. Evan Bullock goes to Liberty, where he will get the go. 51 passing touchdowns last season, which led all of college football. Dwayne Winfield returns. Arch Manning finally getting the go at LSU. And then they just casually bring in Eli Holstein as his backup. Holstein has had 55 passing touchdowns over the past 2 seasons. There we are. Judd Anderson returns at Miami. Jaden Davis is going to get the go for Michigan. Aiden Shiles returns after a season that was derailed by injuries last season. Michael Van Buren is going to get the go once again for Mississippi State. I'm surprised how they've been able to keep both Van Buren and Parson on campus. And my assumption as to why is because they both just suck. Van Buren and Parson are both terrible. But that also means that they both have a decent enough shot at the starting role. Van Buren was awful last year. The two combined for just 13 touchdowns and 20 interceptions. Sam Horn returns. J.J. Cole is a talented transfer who will wait for a year and then be the guy afterwards. But don't rule out the 5-star Frank Latsko. He's got elite development. C.J. Bailey returns. Brian Cano, the 5-star freshman with elite development. Get excited about this guy, Nebraska fans. He might be the person who's going to bring these guys out of quarterback hell. Don't count out Nebraska this year. They're sneaky. Parker Alwood returns after 2 years of solid starting. Connor Harrell. Drew Mestemaker returns. Gavin Wimsatt is at school number 4. Aiden Gray returns. C.J. Carr had a great offseason. Gunnar Stockton and Gabari Johnson and Austin Simmons all come in as Ohio State. Quinn Ewers graduates, goes to the NFL draft. Devin Brown graduates, and then Julian Sayin hits the portal and goes to start at USC. So Ohio State, they bring in 3 transfer QBs. I think it's pretty obvious that Gunnar Stockton's going to be the starter. And then next year they'll look to either Johnson or Simmons. Simmons has been a backup his whole career. Johnson had a very nice year for Oregon State last season. Connor Wegman's going to get the go for Oklahoma. He sat last season. Ty Simpson is here as well. 2 former 5-stars from the same class, 2022, and they both find themselves in this Oklahoma QB room. Garrett Rangel returns. He was a huge breakout season, that is, for Oklahoma State last year. Ole Miss, they tore down the roster, fired Lane Kiffin after a 2-10 season. Walker Howard was one of the 5 highest-rated quarterbacks in college football, but he was disappointing. Only 21 total touchdowns. We're hoping to get that true breakout from him here in year 5. Dante Moore is back. They also bring in some transfers, Malachi Nelson and Braylon Ragland. Bo Pribula finally gets the go at Penn State after waiting on the bench for 4 years. Kyle Crum will start at San Diego State. Sean Humphrey, the true sophomore, sat behind Caden Salter last year. He will get the go at SMU. Interested to see how he does. Lenora Sellers is back. He's expected to be a top, highly rated pick not Josh Hoover is back. Nico Iamaleava's back. And in the same room is Alonzo Barnett. Barnett decided to boost his stock by not by playing, but by sitting on the bench at Tennessee. Barnett has 49 touchdowns to 6 interceptions in his college career. Trey Owens and Jackson Arnold make up the Texas QB room. Arnold's a traitor. He goes from Oklahoma to Texas. A&M brings in Marcel Reed once again. Cash McCollum transfers to Texas Tech, where he'll get the start. Darian Mensah is the highest rated quarterback in college football. He's at Tulane. And then all these other guys, as I said, Julian Sayin is a great story. He gets the start at USC. Brandon Rose threw for almost 50 tutties last year. He's going to get the go for Utah, of course, once again. Nice offseason for Owen McCown. He's an 86 overall. Jaden Mayava returns here for Washington. Washington State brings back John Mateer for one last run. And then rounding things out, the best players at each position. You see Jadarian Price, Reuben Owens, Justice Haynes leading the way. Darius Taylor hit the portal and goes to Michigan State. Jeremiah Smith and others here at the top at wide receiver. Ohio State is insane. They have 3 wide receivers over 90 overall. That's diabolical. Jelani Thurman, yeah, that's 4 if you count the tight end. Ernest Green returns. Dylan Lopez, nice offseason for Nevada. Spencer Fano transfers to Oregon. Ruben Bain is probably the best defensive player in college football. Raylan Wilson comes back. You see Whit Weeks transfers to Georgia. That's an interesting story. Daniel Harris returns. He would have been a first rounder last season. And then finally, the best kicker in the league is Upton Belenfant from Buffalo, and then Max Fletcher from Cincy is your best punter. Best player in college football, it's Jeremiah Smith, the junior at Ohio State. But one thing I did want to see is where Connor Preston. Where did he go? I think it was kind of foolish of him to transfer because, well, not foolish, but also like it's a shame that he transferred because he has elite development. He probably would have gone up like 10 overalls, but instead he stays a 78 wherever he did go. So we're just going to look for the letter P, and if we don't find him, then I guess that just means our former 5-star gem transferred away to an FCS school, which would be so, so frustrating. Price, Price, Price. Connor Preston goes to Army. Huh? The former 5-star recruit, elite development, is in the Army. Okay. Um, yeah, you do you, pal. But very interesting. That's not where players go if they want to play on Sundays. But I mean, again, neither is Maryland. So Mello Cormier is a 5-star quarterback. We're going to go pretty heavily after him. We're going to go after Larry. We do have less points to spend this year because we were bad. Alani. We're going to go hard on Nazir Ambrose, the #1 player in the nation. I think we've got a good chance of stealing him from some of these higher-ranked schools. Dean Booth. I'm going to go after both these defensive ends very hard with Danny Davis and Josh Futas or Jarius. JJ Leinert. Gonna go after him. One of them 1v1. All right now. We'll go after Andy Sams. I do need to go after this tight end. I know he's a bust, but we need tight ends desperately. And I also like Theo Gainwell. 6'5", 196, big physical guy. We'll go after him. The Heisman watch, you're looking at Smith, Mensah, Tate, Anderson, and Howard. That's very overall based. It doesn't really take previous stats into account at all. Like after seeing Walker Howard lead a 2-10 Ole Miss team, I wouldn't necessarily say he's a Heisman candidate, but just because he's a 92, he's up there. We play an FCS school week 1. We're leading on a lot of the guys we want, which is good to see. But the main thing I want to do is just hop into a football game. FCS against Maryland. We are 88 overall, 88 offense, 90 defense. We should not be missing another bowl game. Here in year 3, hopefully we'll be bowl bound for the first time. Our schedule is a gauntlet. We have 4 road games in a row smashed in the middle of the season. That includes Ohio State. And we'll begin the year. Braden Wisłowski back to return here to start 2026. And it's a good one. Out to the 26. Good return by the 99 overall. Tevin Fontenkun takes a college football field for the first time. The redshirt freshman had an incredible offseason and is set to be one of our top contributors. Here's a handoff for Josiah McLaurin. And he bounces off a tackler, picks up 8. We know how good McLaurin is. And he can do things like this. Josiah McLaurin down the sideline, first down. Make sure the depth chart is right. Because I still want, yeah, Darrell Robinson is our number 1 running back. Yeah, here he is. 1st and 10 after a couple of great runs. Here's Darrell Robinson. Darrell Robinson's going to pick up a first down. 3 runs, and I think 3 first downs, folks, by our run game. Absolutely amazing. Handoff for McLaurin. Juke move. And it's a 4-yard gain for Josiah. Let's try and air it out, shall we? Fontenkun, Calcaterra, both playing their first snaps on a college football field. Over the middle, it's right there. Devin makes the grab. And just like that, he has his first collegiate catch. Handoff, Darrell Robinson losing 3. Tough loss. Edward Ingram on the tackle. 2nd and 13 now. Bobby Moon snaps it. The give to Robinson. Spin move. It'll only get 2. Tough gain for Darrell. I'm going to go Howard on a drag. Moon rolls out, gets it to Preston Howard. Howard will be stopped at about the 11. We'll kick a field goal. And that's the end of the first quarter. I'd like to be up by more, but it's still just 3-0. 1st and 10 from the opposing 37. Bobby Moon gives it to Darrell Robinson. And he has not been particularly good. 5 carries for just 14 yards today. Moon snaps it. Checking it down to Wade, the other tight end. He is going to pick up enough. That's actually not enough. That's 7. It'll be 1 yard short. Moon going to give to Robinson. That's good for the first, but not much else. Bobby Moon Snaps it. He's going to roll out. Moon on the run. And it's picked off but out of bounds. It was a good throw. Just didn't throw it in time. He had to run out and away from the pressure before he could make the throw accurately. Robinson is getting blown up here against an FCS school. He should not have this much trouble picking up yards against such a low-level team. I'm concerned. Moon to scramble. He is brought down. We have played a quarter and a half of football without scoring a touchdown against an FCS school. That's an issue. Once again, we'll take the field. Here comes Bobby Moon and company without a touchdown today. Moon to scramble out. Here he goes. He'll run it, take it himself. Bobby Moon, look at him go! What a move! And he's going to the end zone. Bobby Moon showing off the wheels, the true sophomore, all the way to the house for a touchdown. A house call for Moon, and Maryland finally breaks free with a big score. Here's a handoff to Darrell Robinson. Robinson down the sideline. Darrell Robinson, there's the big gain he was waiting for. And it's a huge play for the transfer from Connecticut. Here, Moon hands it off for McLaurin. McLaurin, pushing forward, got caught up in a big group. He won't get anything. 2nd and 10, last play before the 2-minute mark. Robinson out to the edge. Oh, he's hot now. Darrell Robinson up and over, and he's down at the 1. That'll be the 2-minute mark. But we have 158 yards rushing here in the first half. Moon, they give Robinson plenty of room. What a drive for Darrell Robinson. He went from averaging like 2 yards a carry to 9 very quickly. And we're going to get this football right back, folks. It's coming right back to us. Second quarter, Moon up to scramble. He is sacked. Wanted to take the check down, but got a little greedy instead. Less than a minute to play in the half. That one's picked off. We throw a pick against an FCS school. You love to see it. Classic Maryland football. Here we're in the red zone. Bobby Moon. Moon to scramble. Oh, that's knocked away. Moon has only had to do the minimum throwing the football today. Here, he's running around. Nowhere to go, so he'll run it. Down to the 2. Good gain for Moon. We'll do a surprise pass play here. Nope, we're just going to run it in. Touchdown. Bobby Moon with his 2nd score of the day. That'll end the 3rd quarter. We lead 27-3 against an FCS opponent. Hold up your 4s, folks, because I think this is going to be a win. We're knocking on the door at the goal line. Moon stepping up, and he'll pick up 4 on the play. Good gain by our starting QB, who's got 65 yards rushing on the day. Moon rolls out, and he'll have to throw it away. 3rd and goal now. I'm liking McLaurin just on this like little check down. Boom! Here they come. A goal line stand for FCS. Heath Maddox on the sack. We're up by 27 now. We get it back as well. I think Robinson's day is going to be done. I'm going to put in McLaurin after this play. Preston Howard makes the catch. He'll move the chains. And yeah, Darrell Robinson. He's not going to get as many of the carries. I'll have his day being over. Josiah McLaurin is going to take us home. Hand off McLaurin. He'll lose a yard. I forgot to turn on chew clock. I'll do that in a second. Another one for McLaurin. There's a 4-yard gain. And now the chew clock is going on. Come on, we'll see if Williams can get open here. 98 speed. Moon to scramble. He's going to go and pick up the first. Bobby Moon with 73 rushing yards and 2 scores today. We have dominated running the football today. Utter dominance. Here's McLaurin. Out to the outside. Picks up 5 on the play. 8 runs for 43 yards today for Josiah McLaurin. Here goes one for Darrell Robinson. Darrell Robinson's going to pick up 3. He's got 17 for $132. What a day, man. Go right back to McLaurin here. Josiah McLaurin, our 1B, powering to the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland. Another rushing score for the Terps today. They've been all on the ground. 37-3 right now. We're going to get it right back. And we're just going to run this clock out. Josiah McLaurin up and over. He tried to hurt him, but he did not do a good job of it. So he only gets 3. 50 seconds to play. There he goes, McLaurin to the outside. Spin move gets 2. And this should be the last play of the game. Only 13 seconds to go. We'll run a pass play, because why not? Snap it. Oh, looks like we have a penalty. So we will actually have to run a play. It's going to be a false start on the offense. It's good to get those out of the way here against an FCS school instead of against Ohio State. Here's McLaurin. Juke move. Josiah McLaurin ends the day with a 7-yard run. And we get our best win in team history, 37-3 over FCS. Moon, very shitty throwing the football, as expected. But running it, we were amazing. We ran it 39 times. Robinson for 132 and a score. McLaurin for 76 and a score. Moon for 73 and 2 scores. Receiving, Fatin Kuhn led the way. Then it was Howard. Then it was Dom, who had his first catch. And then Dylan Wade had a 6-yard catch as well. Blocking, we were very good. Excellent day blocking. Sacks, Gerald Ezekiel looked the part, 1.5. Jordan Phillips, same thing, 1.5. Reddick with a sack, and then Avery and Jennings split 1. No interceptions from us, but we just forced punts. It was a great day. 37-3 is your final score. And now we're going to host a ranked Connecticut team, or at least they were ranked to start the year. They were ranked 24th. I think this is where we can put ourselves on the map. Connecticut is ranked 17th in the country. This would be a big win. This would be a really big win for us if we were able to beat a ranked team. We only beat one ranked team last year. It was 19th ranked Washington. They ended up being not that great. Year 1, the only ranked team we beat was, we only beat Rutgers. So it'd be huge if we could win at home against this Connecticut team. Bobby Moon is going to need to throw the ball well. 55% completion, 140 yards, no touchdowns, and a pick is fine when you run it for 300 yards. But I don't think we're going to be able to do that here against a ranked opponent. We're down by 10 early. 2nd down. Time for the bread and butter. Run the football. I see Darrell Robinson there. We're going to give him the ball. He's going to juke. Robinson's going to pick up 7. That's his first carry of the day. That's a problem. We're 7 minutes into the game. I like Williams here. Moon. Moon to scramble. Picking up the first. Does it with his legs. You won't be able to do that forever, Bobby. But at least he picks up the first. RPO to Robinson, loses 4. I was mashing the button. Pull it, pull it. But still, for whatever reason, we didn't pull it. Oh, get rid of that. That one's going out of bounds. 3rd and 14. Like I said, this Connecticut team is no joke. They are ranked. They are 17th in the country. Not only are they ranked, but they were ranked in the preseason. Moon. Checking it down. Oh my God, and we can't even get it with Robinson. We're going to have to punt it away. Down by 10 at the end of the first. We do get it back. Returned by Braden Wisłowski. And we'll go right back to our bread and butter. Run the ball, but we lose 4. Back-to-back losses of 4 yards. Robinson started the day with the 7-yard carry. Now he's in the negatives. McLaurin with nowhere to run, but he makes room. There's an 8-yard gain. Josiah McLaurin makes it a 3rd and somewhat manageable. We're going to have to throw the ball here. Moon rolling out. Wide open man. And he absolutely airmailed it. Moon had an easy touchdown there for Fontenkun. He was so open. But oh my God. What an airmailed throw. Moon getting absolutely blown up there. Robinson still in at halfback. Here we'll give it to him. We get a juke move. It'll be 2 yards. There's nowhere to run. The run game, it looks diminished. Blocking does not look good. Here we're going to roll out. Try and get the edge, but we won't. We'll have to punt it away once again. Darrell Robinson against his former team has not looked good. If we get beat here, you got to imagine Robinson's morale for the rest of the year is going to go way down. Say, I transferred. I transferred for the sole reason of being on a big team. And that same team couldn't even beat my former team. We need to come back and win this game. Here we go. Nowhere to go. Moon just going to pick up the first by himself. Got to get players open, guys. Williams has been so quiet this year. That's out in front. Catch it. Nope. Absolutely airmailed it again. Moon is 3 of 11. Has not completed a pass since the early first quarter. Moon stepping up. Can't throw the football. Puts his head down. We run hurry up. We need a momentum swinger. Something to go our way. That one's knocked away. Moon is 3 of 12 passing. He's thrown 6 straight incompletions. Boom! Chris Hudson with the sack. Down goes Moon. And we just look lost out there. This is the same team I saw last season. We are not running the ball. We are throwing it. We're chucking it up deep. Williams. Williams is open. This might be the... Yep, there it is. The momentum we need. Sean Williams with his first catch of his college career as a redshirt junior. He has 98 speed, and it was a great one. It goes for 73 and a score. Here we have 2nd and 15 with a chance to score again. Alcantara makes the catch, and somehow, in an insane turn of events, we take the lead right before half. 2 scores in the last minute, and it's 14-10. Third down and 5 now. Darrell Robinson is in at halfback. Moon. Bang! Another sack. That's 4 today for Connecticut. We get it right back, though. Robinson in at halfback. We'll give it to him. Robinson down to the 5. Good carry by the transfer from Connecticut, who's got 8 today for 28 yards. Moon stepping up, and it's a 1-yard gain. Nowhere to go for Bobby Moon, who has been non-existent in the run game today. Pitching out Robinson. Terrible pitch. Caused Robinson to turn around, run the wrong way. And now it's 3rd and goal from the 6. Interesting call to run the football. McLaurin, he loses a yard. And look at that, guys. We go backwards, and now we're only up by, 50-yard bomb to Sean Williams. Williams now has 2 catches for 120 yards and 2 touchdowns on his college career. Yeah, I knew he was going to be a beast, but this is quite beastly, even for a guy with 98 speed. Moon, rolling out, gonna throw. He was literally in his own end zone. Where on earth is Josiah McLaurin? These guys should be splitting carries. Oh my God, Darrell Robinson with the spin move against his former team. We are going to go to the 4th. We're up by 2 scores against a ranked Connecticut team. Not to mention, we've scored 24 unanswered. Usually, we're the ones going up early and then giving up 21 unanswered. Not this time. Oh, Moon stays on his feet. Sends a man to the ground and then somehow is able to pick up a few. 2nd and 3, handoff for Robinson. Robinson gets the edge. Boom. Lays down the shoulder and picks up a nice little gain. We're going to audible to a pass. Moon. Scrambling around. Throwing it for Williams. And it's behind him because Bobby Moon is the most garbage quarterback in college football. 2nd and 10, we'll run the ball. Handoff. McLaurin nowhere to go. It's a loss of 3. The only times I think I've run it with McLaurin in this game, it's been all losing yards. 3rd down now. There's a lobbed pass going up for Williams. He can't get it. 4th and 13. And they do get the score. 3rd and 8 now. Dom Calcaterra can't hold on to it. The redshirt freshman. Not to mention, we are 6 of 21 passing. My God, that's horrible. Let's try to mix things up with the jet touch pass. I think I'm going to do this into a hurry up. Come on, lead block, please. Didn't even hold our other blocks. Still a 7-yard gain, not bad. Counts as a completion. Oh my God, McLaurin, all three of his last carries, he's lost 3 or more yards. Could it get any worse for this terrible poverty team? McLaurin, catch the football. Let's go. 1st down. Josiah McLaurin. Okay, the middle of the field's looking a little bit open. McLaurin still nowhere to go. He looks lost out there. Boom. And there he is. Devin's in the end zone. That might be the dagger. Or Tevin, my bad. Tevin's in the end zone. 4th and 13. We get it back. up by 14. That's going to be all she wrote, I think, folks. In the red zone, we might beat a top 25 opponent for the first time since early last season against Washington in our first conference game of the year. McLaurin just lost more yards. I haven't even mentioned that. No. Okay. Up and over. McLaurin, boom. They smash him down after he picks up 6. They're down now. We're going to go for the first. I just threw a fucking interception. Oh, why do I do these things? Okay, we get it back. 24 seconds to play. Here's the give to Darrell Robinson. Robinson against his former team, putting the icing on the cake. Should be the last one. We'll do one more for good measure. Imagine if he scores a touchdown. Imagine if he loses 3 yards, too. Oh, my God. That was not a pretty game offensively at all. I don't know how we scored 31 points. Bobby Moon, 2 interceptions, 9 of 25 for 236 yards, 4 touchdowns, though, somehow. Robinson was awful. McLaurin was so god-awful. Moon was terrible. Receiving, Williams was amazing. Everyone else sucked. Blocking, we were so horrible. Defensively, we were fine. Norman and Fisher had some nice interceptions. But we do win. We beat a ranked team. That's the bottom line. That's what matters at this point. And we're undefeated on the season, still with playoff hopes. Next week, we play another ranked team at Virginia Tech. That's right. We're going to be going out onto the field to the Enter Sandman music, and they are 5th in the nation. If we went into their house and pulled off that upset, you know how electric things would be. Stephen Cobb, don't need him. Wide receivers, boom, 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 boom. I'm going to take points off of you because you stink. Dean Booth. I think we can get by with just a hard sell. Mitch Stokes, we're not going to be able to get. Not going to be able to get none. Not going to be able to get Tevin's brother. Jarius Fouts. Yeah, I'm going to hard sell him as well. He's the same sell. The 5-star, he's 3rd in the state of North Carolina. I'm sure Bill Belichick is salivating over this kid. No, he's not. Not even nowhere to be found. Bill Belichick wants this kid. We got to play North Carolina at some point. Like when they get really good. Play up against them. Make it a rivalry. I'll do just 10. I feel like that's enough. Andy Sams. You're ready to be hard sold. Boom. There you go, Andy. JJ Leinert. You're ready. Kyrie Whitted, we're not going to be able to get. All right, ready for a visit. Oh, by the way, Cormier's not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready. Ambrose, I want coming in week 4. Brand exposure. And then Cormier, same thing. Week 4, proximity to home. Fior can have 5. I'll give Booth 5. I have Sam's 5. That'll be all. Just search through their social medias. Now we're up against Virginia Tech, the Hokies. They're a great team, top 5 in the nation, coming off of a great year with Kyron Drones as their QB. But now uh, they're in a new era, and I'm pretty sure I skipped over who their guy is. There we are, coming into Enter Sandman. Bobby Moon is our guy. I don't know who their guy is. There's a 5-yard gain anyways. Who even cares? 2nd and 5. Moon. Handoff Darrell Robinson. There's a nice little gain. Josiah McLaurin comes in. Hopefully he can actually gain yards here, and he does. Huge gain for McLaurin. Spins off of 3 guys and picks up 18. How about Josiah McLaurin doing what he does best, and that is just absolutely toe the rock. Moon got a block. Moon nowhere to go. He's scrambling around, picking up 8 yards. 2nd and 2 now. Darrell Robinson in at running back, and we'll give it to him. And he's going to go untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland. Josiah McLaurin comes in. We're up against a top 5 team. McLaurin gets the edge. Josiah McLaurin turns nothing into something. Like I said, these Hokies are not as good as they were last year, but they're still an elite football team. Robinson hurdles a man. Darrell Robinson, you absolute electric beast. Hurdles over a defender, picks up the first down because of it. And we couldn't even get out of the play action before Gabe Williams came in and sacked us. Wow. Just wow. Okay, here they come again. And we're sacked again. Back-to-back sacks for Virginia Tech, and that will end the first quarter. Not a great note to end the first quarter on, but we've been running the ball really well. We've been playing good football. And we are on top right now against a top-ranked team. Please catch it. Nope, intercepted again. Oh, Christ. Intercepted by Mose Phillips. 3rd and 4. Trying to pick up the first. Moon. To scramble out and, doing what he does best, and that's get chased around and then throw it away. Third and 2 after a short run by Bobby Moon. We'll give it to Darrell Robinson here and hope he can hurdle another guy. Robinson pushing forward. It's 4th and 1. We're going to go. We're going to go for this. I like my chances with Darrell. Robinson up the middle. Plenty of room to run for Robinson. A huge gain. Moon to scramble. He'll get nothing. Up the middle, Preston Howard makes the grab. By the way, Moon already has 2 interceptions because he just sucks like that. Snap it. Nice. Boom, quick pass, Sean Williams. And there we go. We continue onward. There, we get sacked before I can even throw the football. Nice smile. Love to see it. 3rd and 8 now. Boom. Touchdown. Williams. And Sean Williams with the score. We are now up by 8 against a top 5 opponent on the road. We're up 14-9 at half. 3rd and 1 after a nice Darrell Robinson run. Ooh, I might. Okay, don't know what play we're going to be running. First down. Doesn't matter. Darrell Robinson is our guy. Boom. Handoff Robinson. Double counter. Loses a yard. I want to see Josiah McLaurin playing more. I feel like it's like an 80-20 right now. I want it to be like almost 50-50. Moon snaps it to scramble. Gets free somehow. And he picks up 6. Good gain. First down for Tevin. We're 9 of 12 today. 2 of those incompletions, however, are interceptions. Handoff. Robinson. There's a nice little gain. How can I get him? Do pistol. Yeah, let's do Josiah McLaurin. Handoff McLaurin. Up and over. Tries to do a Darrell Robinson move, and he actually does it. The trips up. Back to Robinson. Robinson picks up the first. Good play. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. God, why are they? Yeah, this is a top 5 team, that's for sure. 3rd and 17. Moon. Scramble finally gets through. Pushing his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bobby Moon. Imagine how good this running back room would have been with Connor Preston. All right, they're within 5 somehow. All right, this is going to be Darrell Robinson's last carry before I sub in Josiah McLaurin. 7-yard gain. We are just a few minutes away from, if we can hold on, beating a top 5 opponent. And off Josiah McLaurin. McLaurin gets 2. 3rd and 1 now. First and 10. It's almost chew clock time, folks. McLaurin with a nice move. And yeah, after this play, it's going to be chew clock time. Darrell Robinson checks back in. We give it to him. He's going to get a bit. But now we chew up that clock. Handoff, Josiah McLaurin. Plenty of room. And he goes down out of bounds. Or down or out of bounds? He's down at the 29. That's huge. Just keep on letting that clock roll. here against a top-ranked Virginia Tech team. Third down alert, 2nd and 2 now. Or 3rd and 2, because it's literally 3rd down alert, you dumbass. Quick pass. And, oh, he gets tripped up by his own man. That was dangerous to watch. We're now in the red zone. Right before the 2-minute warning. Handoff, McLaurin, juke move, and then gets absolutely pummeled. We've held their offense to just 139 total yards. Moon, handoff for McLaurin. Oh my God, what a pancake. Did you see that? On MVP of that play is the offensive lineman. Oh my goodness. We just killed someone. Holy cow. Where is this man right here? This man right here, I believe it is, just killed someone. Oh Christ. Oh my. He's dead. That guy right there, number 18, he is no longer with us. Oh, then he killed him again. Oh my God. Absolute legend. We get it back. We're going to beat a top 5 team on the road, folks. Rank us. We've beaten back-to-back ranked teams. Oh, okay. Up by 12 points. Less than a minute to play. Let's just give the ball to Josiah McLaurin time. And losing 5 yards so far. It's nice to see. Let's go inside. McLaurin will pick up a little more than the 5 yards he lost. And then, you know what? We'll kick a field goal, I suppose. This game's over. We're going to win 31-16. Maryland goes into Virginia Tech and upsets the Hokies. Davy Belfort did not look like the starter on the top 5 team. Bobby Moon looked very shitty. Darrell Robinson was amazing. McLaurin was amazing. Moon was bad. And that's just the story of the season. Moon stinks. Everyone else is great. But unlike last year, everyone else actually is great. Our running back room is crazy good. I think Robinson this year and McLaurin this year are way better than Preston and Hemby from last season. I am excited to check on Connor Preston at the end of the year and see how he played at Army. Because almost certainly what I'm going to do is I'm going to make him transfer again. Oh my goodness, we already signed a 5-star. Jarius Fotis just committed, and we have a bye week to spend sitting in our greatness of, if we aren't ranked, I'm going to kill someone. Mello Cormier. What is the... I always forget which one this is. This one. Larry's the same thing. Wide receiver, Alani, Nazir, Theo. We lead on everyone. Lead on you. Lead on you. JJ Leinert, we're dropping down, which is not ideal. We'll go for the max 65 for Leinert. I'll take the 5 off of Andy Sams as well as the 5 off of Malik Fior. And then we'll be able to schedule 4 visits. JJ Leinert is a must. Even though he can't come in week 5, that's a problem. Bring him in week 6 instead. All right, Larry. Larry's coming in week 5. Alani is coming in week 5. And Dean is coming in week 5. All big visits. All guys I'm hoping we can land. We've already signed 1 5-star. I'm hoping to get some more. We're going to sim to the next week, and we better be ranked. 3-0. We just beat 2 ranked teams in a row. Mello Cormier. We signed another 5-star. Andy Sams commits. Leinert goes to Notre Dame. Please kill me now. That's three linebackers with 90-plus speed in the past few years, and we're not ranked. And just on top of all that, we are not even ranked. The disrespect, man. The disrespect is crazy. Put some respect on our name. Bet you never heard of the Maryland Terrapins. Probably didn't even watch that game. Virginia Tech versus Maryland. Didn't even know what went down when we went into their place and pulled off the upset. Top 5 upset. Nazir, we still had the lead. Theo, I think we might as well just go all out. Give him the 50. We've gone this far with him. 6'5". I like his athleticism as well. Malik Fior, we need to make sure we get at least 1 tight end in this cycle. Dean Booth, I'm going to max out. Jerry is fun. No! No! This is the 5-star we literally just committed. And he doesn't want to come here. He decommitted. That's never happened to me before. That's terrible. All right. I feel betrayed. Danny Davis is going to have to be our replacement because Jarius Fotis has decided that he does not want to be a Maryland Terrapin. It's very hurtful, Jarius. All right, we're going to go to the prospect list. We need more players. Take a look at under-recruited 4-stars. Maybe, just maybe there's a 5-star. Oh, LaRon Pay, number 2 player in the nation, only has 1 offer. Caleb, love to see it. It's a tight end. Nolan Crabtree, Montel Sloman, made scholarship. LaRon Pay, is he really all that? I mean, yeah, he sure is. Caleb Davey, he's a guy I want to go after. Nolan Crabtree, sure. And Montel Sloman. Stinky. Ready for visit. Danny Davis can come in. Talk to him about conference prestige. Malik Fior can come in. Talk to him about conference prestige. And Theo Gainwell. Talk to him about how close we are to his home in Sterling, Virginia. All right, we're up against Maryland. They're 1-3. If we lose this game, I'll be very sad. But let's just take a look at the team so far. The stats through the first 3 games probably don't look that good. Yeah, Bobby Moon is very stinky. 502 yards, 5 touchdowns, 5 picks. He's added 3 more on the ground. But my goodness, are we good running the ball. Robinson and McLaurin have both been amazing. Receiving, it's been Williams and Fatsenkun really leading the way. Defensively, Gerald Ezekiel is so good. Michael Norman with 2 picks already. 3 TFLs for Neo Avery. And I think that's gonna be it. We're gonna go into next week or this week ready for a huge matchup. Because this is one of our last home games before we have to go on that long road streak. And I would hate to drop one at home against a 1-3 UCLA before even going on national television against some of these top teams I want to get noticed by these recruits. I don't want 5 stars decommitting anymore. That's unacceptable. All right, we're going to keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches. We have Darrell Robinson in halfback. We're going to give it to him. First down. Darrell Robinson moving the chains. Here we have another 3rd down opportunity. Moon. Ah! Throws it away, as always. Here we're kicking a field goal. We do take the lead. 3rd down and 3. Big opportunity. Josiah McLaurin in at running back. Hand off. First down. Over the middle. Fattenkun makes the catch. Huge play. Moon connects with his top receiver, the redshirt freshman. Hand off Josiah McLaurin. McLaurin, please outspeed. Yes, he does. 5 yards for Josiah. And we continue to just pump our way down the field with ease here, courtesy of our strong run game. Boom! Dot, but he drops it. Seriously, Tevin? Seriously, dude? Bobby Moon put it right on the money. Moon caught from behind. It's Darren Brandt. We'll try for a 50-yarder. It is good, actually. We're up 6 zilch, 3rd and 10 for us now. I like Williams here. I know he's probably going to get double teamed. Moon! Why can't he? Our offense is not holding blocks. Brandt with his 2nd sack of the game. And now we're losing. Down 7-6. Brings up 3rd and 4 now. It's caught by Wade. First down for the tight end. That's all we need. Moon, 7 of 12 today. Darrell Robinson in at running back. They give it to him. Juke move. Robinson powers forward for 9. Good play by Darrell. And Josiah McLaurin returns into the game where he gets absolutely killed. 3rd and 4. McLaurin having a terrible game, by the way. You're just now noticing. Boom. Calcaterra first down. That'll be the 2-minute warning. We are down 7-6 on our home turf. Our first game back from the huge win over Virginia Tech. Moon snaps it. Moon rolls out. Finally gets past the first line of defense and picks up a first. Here comes the hurry up. Moon, pressure coming. Able to throw it away, but that was scary. Okay, here we go. We're rolling out. Okay. See, like, our tackles are terrible. Need better blockers. My poverty program. That one is dropped. Absolutely pitiful. It'll be a 46-yarder for Bryce McPherson, who makes it. It's 9-7. All right, here's a first down for Maryland. 9-7 is the score. It has certainly been a boring one here in Maryland. McLaurin has 11 carries for 68. Handoff, Josiah McLaurin. Juke move. Oh my goodness! That was disgusting. 2 nasty ones from Josiah McLaurin, just pulling the juke out twice in one carry. Now Robinson just throwing the shoulder forward. He's only got 3 carries today. It's been a lot of Josiah McLaurin. I think that's good. We needed a change of pace. Robinson has gotten a lot. There's an open man. Preston, or no, that's Paul. Or Wade. I can't even read. Wade with 4 catches today. Good for him. I think he has like 4 catches overall this whole series going into today. Handoff, McLaurin with blockers. Juking. And there he's got 85 yards on the day. Nice gain for Josiah McLaurin. Here they'll give it to him once again. Up and over. Oh my goodness, he tried so hard. That was actually a crazy vertical. Darrell Robinson in the game now. Moon to scramble. Plenty of room. He throws. It's picked off because he sucks. And we're getting caught up on our own blockers. It's pick 6. Come on, Moon. Chase him down. You're faster. Oh my goodness. Darrell Robinson tracks him down and makes the tackle. But Kanye Clark, this guy gave us so much trouble last year. Now, once again, he is our Achilles heel. And we are losing against a 1-3 UCLA squad. Moon snaps it. Handoff. Robinson blown up. It's a loss of 4. No way. I'm not believing this. We get the ball back after a fumble recovery. That's huge. Moon, handoff, McLaurin. Again, we have unblocked players coming through. McLaurin with the career day, 98 rushing yards. Devin Fontaine gets it. We'll run hurry up, 3rd and 5. Darrell Robinson can't get anything. 4th and 4, we go. We're going to go. God damn it. Oh my gosh, we suck so bad. We're down 21-9. It's going to be a huge uphill battle from here. I don't even know if it's possible for us with this team to get the win here. Yep, no blocks. Pick it up. Oh my gosh. We're so awful. We are so unbelievably terrible. We just beat a top 5 team. We're about to lose at home against UCLA. Welcome to Maryland football. We are ass. Come on, Moon. Scrambling. Okay. At least he picked up the 1st down. All these plays suck. Our playbook's awful. Our team sucks. Our players suck. Right over the middle. Boom. Juke move. 1st down. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry. 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 Oh, what an escape. Had McLaurin, but we're just going to scramble. Moon down the sideline. Gets more yards than he would have passing. Let's go. Slot fade. Yep. Yep. Up and up. Grab it. Oh my God, he caught it. Pass interference. Pass interference. That's huge. Unnecessary roughness. Not as good as pass interference, but the unnecessary roughness helps us get down to the 16. That is massive. Oh, we're getting so fucked up back here. Quarterback has no protection. Darren Brandt has 2.5 sacks. My goodness, man. Come on. I want Wade open on the streak. I want him open. He's not open. No one's open. We have a flag. We have an interception. Holding, and they just picked it off. Why does it have to be like this every single game where I throw like 10 interceptions and we win and then we lose? The stupidest fucking matchups. All right, intercepted by Kanye Clark for the second time today. And we just got upset by UCLA. We didn't score a single touchdown that game. 2 picks for Bobby Moon. He was horrible. McLaurin was good. Robinson was awful. McLaurin, we already established that Moon sucks. Blocking was so pitiful. Defensively, garbage, even though we got 2 picks. This team is awful. 6 wins, 6-6. Calling it again. What's crazy is that would be our best season of this save. A 6-6 season. Oh, so our win against Virginia Tech was entirely and completely a fluke. Our win against Connecticut was just that Connecticut's a G5 school. We get Dean Booth, we get Danny Davis, and Jarius Foots locks us out. Oh gosh, no. I see Gage Ezekiel has us has a high risk of transferring. If both of my Gem 5 stars from year 1 leave me after just 2 years, I will be a very sad little guy. All right, Nazir Ambrose. It's time for the #1 player in the country. This would be the biggest signing in team history if we were able to get him. Tobias Nixon, why not just go all out? I mean, he is a 5-star at the end of the day. All right, that's going to be the recruiting. And I think I'm going to play one more game of this episode, guys. That'll do it. Actually, I think that's going to be the end of the episode right here. Thank you, everybody, for watching.